So I think I was talking about air conditioning. Oh, power. So everybody got a power strip, and I don't necessarily know if that was a good idea because that means that people can just go crazy and plug up anything they want. And I know a lot of girls are out there using probably everything: hair dryers, curling irons.
They were okay. So they weren't allowed to unplug the AC, but you're allowed to have, I think, was it four things plugged in at once or something like that?
I mean, but there's no way for them to monitor that. So at the end of the day, there were probably people out there using. Other than, I mean, yes, there was a lot of campers, so that's a lot of power, regardless. But
well, they were using these, of course, these super huge generators that were like on wheels, basically, to power everything up. But really, the power, we only witnessed the power going out on us. I want to say a total of
like
3 times, and each time the power was back up within like 10 minutes. So, it wasn't like a hellish experience or anything like that. It's not like it's not like we were waking up in the middle of the night, not in the middle of the night, in the middle of the day. We weren't waking up in the middle of the day just drenched in sweat or anything like that.
Yeah.
And they had an emergency like text service, so like if something happened or like your AC went out, you could text this number, and an Insomniac team member would answer your request and help you out. So
that was helpful.
If the AC went out, just be like, my AC's out. No problem, we're working on a fix right away. And lo and behold, it was fixed within. And usually they were like really on top of it too. It's not like they weren't. I think they had people tracking like the power like 24/7 basically. So whenever something went out, like they already knew it by the time you were texting a team member about it.
Right. Mm-hmm. I mean, they knew it would be a liability anyway if
they weren't
gonna
let
campers out there with no AC.
They weren't gonna let people just die out there in the middle of the desert.
I'm sure you won't ever have that issue. They can't let that happen, literally.
Yeah. So. AC wise, I would give it A+. And they did extremely well with the AC for their first year, even. So, yeah.
Yep. What? Oh, bathrooms. Bathrooms. Again, disclaimer. This is VIP, so our bathrooms are 24 hours. So we didn't really have a huge issue with the bathrooms. The lines were never outrageous. The stalls were always very clean and always had toilet paper.
And the Desert Rose bathrooms were air conditioned. It was really, it was a trailer bathroom, but it looked like you walked into like a bathroom at like Nordstrom or something like that.
Right, a mall bathroom.
Now the one thing I'll say about at least the men's room, it got clogged a lot. So eventually those really nice toilets are gonna end up looking like a porta potty. It happened a couple times.
Not the girls.
Not the girls.
Girls' bathroom was fine. Flushing mechanism always worked.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Kept it nice.
Mm-hmm. But what I did, fellas, I just skipped. If I had to poop, I just skipped the Desert Rose bathrooms. I went straight to. They have regular standard restrooms on site that are a part of the speedway, and there are a lot of stalls. So I just went over there, had a high quality flushing service. Didn't have to worry about anything. The only thing about those bathrooms is it's not AC. So you will be sweating a teeny tiny bit while you're there doing your business. But, I mean, it wasn't, a lot of people were prepared to sweat anyway. Everybody was, like, dressed in their swimsuits pretty much all day at Camp EDC. So, sweat wasn't even, we weren't sweating sweat, basically.
Right. So the bathroom experience was very pleasant for us, especially because our tent was right next to the bathrooms, actually. So we never had to walk all the way across the campground to use the bathroom. It was right there, like less than a minute walk. So, again, this is Desert Rose. The other campsites, I know a few of theirs got closed down and they wound up having to come to Desert Rose. So I don't know what exactly was going on over there. I know a couple times our shower trailers, the water did go cold. And it would usually be like around the middle of the day or something that it would
closer
happen.
to midday.
Yeah. So I think I only took a shower once where it was cold, but it wasn't an issue because it was burning up outside. So taking a cold shower wasn't a big deal. But the water can go cold, and they have to like drain it and get the hot water back on. But it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Can't say the same for the rest of the campgrounds.
Yeah. But the lines, if you're doing Desert Rose, the lines like
short.
They're
Sweet.
short. They're not bad. You won't be waiting more than like 15 minutes to get into a shower. I think the longest time for like Moonglow was maybe 45 minutes. Hey, anybody who did Moonglow, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the longest time I heard was 45 minutes to wait for a shower, which for, a camping festival standard, that's really good.
Anybody that went to Imagine Fest, you already know
that 1.5 hour bathroom wait.
It's nothing like Imagine at all. Nothing like that. Hopefully that won't be like that this year either.
No.
But it's way better than Imagine Fest as far as showering in the bathrooms.
Yeah.
So that was good. Activities. Oh
and
man. The food.
Woo, the food. Spicy pie.
Spicy pie.
Buddha bowls. Oh my god. Okay, so
coconut water.
The coconut. Okay, don't get me started on that. The food was amazing. Spicy pie was definitely like the MVP of the whole festival. It was this incredibly good pizza. You can get a spicy pie, which is just their spicy pizza. Has jalapenos and pepperoni. They had cheese, and then I think they had regular pepperoni as well. But they were the MVPs because they were open basically 24/7. Whenever you wanted some food, they were there for you.
They were there. When you came back from the
festival. When you came back from the festival early at 3 a.m.
She was just opening for you.
Just opening just for you.
She was there.
Spicy pie was awesome.
Awesome.
They had amazing vegan options. They maybe had like three vegan options available, and they were all extremely good.
Awesome. It's the best source of nutrition. After a long night of raving and you get up at noon and you're hungry, but your body needs like real nourishment, go to Buddha bowl.
You need real nourishment. I mean, your body's gonna tell you on day 2 and day 3.
It's anything else.
Yep.
It'll reject
it's
anything
gonna say,
else except for that Buddha bowl.
I need some vegan in me.
And it helps. It really helps with some paired with the coconut water. The coconut water was expensive, but we paid for it every day because it was so good. You really felt replenished after having one of those with one of the vegan options. It was amazing. It was really well thought out. Awesome.
Refreshing.
Very. And the activities were great too. There was always something going on. But I will caution you, if you don't plan to continue partying after the festival itself has ended, you should have some, because they don't do silent disco like Imagine Festival, so there's gonna still be some
bass. They should though. They should do silent
disco for the campers that are actually trying to sleep after 5-6 o'clock a.m. But the after party starts after the festival ends, and you'll hear bass all night long.
Our tent was right across from the mesa.
Right across.
So, and the after party was at the pool. So we heard bass like just blasting.
It's like you cannot. So you have to bring. Luckily, we had a friend that had a container of earplugs.
Yeah.
And that helped a lot. But definitely bring earplugs if you plan on getting any type of sleep whatsoever the whole weekend, because there's going to be an after party every single night.
Yeah.
every single night, and then after the after party is gonna be something else. Like it's never gonna be quiet.
Oh yeah,
It's never gonna be completely
I think
quiet.
the after party finishes around like 6 o'clock.
6?
Oh no, I'm sorry. The after party is ending around like
10 a.m.
Is it 10?
Mhm.
Gosh.
It's
And
like 10.
they're starting like the yoga and the goat yoga and the Zumba and stuff. They're starting that at like 8. So
Mhm.
it's literally a nonstop party.
Non-stop.
If you wanted to be up the whole 70, really the whole, not 72, but what's that? 96?
Whatever.
94, whatever. If you want to be up for the whole 4 days that you're there, you can do it.
Have at it.
You can do it.
They'll have something every hour of the day for you.
The world is your oyster.
You. They had what else did they have? They had the yoga. They had comedians. The comedians were good too.
Zumba,
pool party. Zumba. Pool party will go on until like the festival gates open.
Yeah. They had a music panel actually for any DJs and artists and stuff that want to get more information. They had a music panel, and of course I enjoyed that because I do music. But
very informative stuff going on.
Yeah, it was informative. It was awesome. What else? I mean, that was pretty much like the bulk of things they had. Oh, they had like some wellness stuff too. Like they had some people who specialize in, like psychology and like spirituality and stuff. They were over there to guide people and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was fun, and you meet so many cool people. It's just very immersive, so you feel like the festival never ends, which is why we like camping more than we like a festival where you have to leave and come back each day because it drains you, and you have to keep getting back in the mood. Whereas you never get out of the feeling of being at a festival when you're camping. There's so many. That's where you meet the real ravers too. The real ravers are the ones that are going to spend the money to camp and spend all that money to camp, and they're so cool. Like,
I wouldn't say the real ones are the ones that spend the money.
No, it's the real ones.
No, now you're putting them in a socioeconomic class.
That's where you meet the real ones, guys. It's the real ones. The people that aren't really not ready. Anyway, like I was saying, cool people, new friends. You also have the store where you can, the Insomniac shop, where you can buy a bunch of souvenirs, obviously, but also exclusive camp EDC gear and stuff like that.
If you wanna get a camp EDC flag,
get it the first day.
Get it day one.
Get it when you see it. Don't even think about it.
It'll be sold out by the end of day one.
Yeah, we can get the first official EDC
Yeah, we just got
flag.
a regular EDC flag for
so sad.
this year.
Yeah.
But it does get crowded in there. Hopefully they'll set up 2 shops.
Yeah, they
next
definitely
year.
needed more room.
They needed more room and they needed more merch.
Too.
Not like the regular merch, like your dailies, your toiletries and stuff like that, batteries. No, not that stuff. But like the EDC merch,
labels,
they definitely needed more of that.
Yeah, but the lines for that got pretty crazy. To get in, the people will be waiting in line for at least a half an hour by midday to get into the shop. So hopefully next year they change that too. But they got some cool stuff in there though, really cool stuff. And then I think that's really it. But the food, guys.
Oh, vendors.
Oh yeah,
merch vendors. I mean, normal stuff that you see at festivals, like harem pants and like style clothing and
any.
Oh, they had a camping store too. Like if you needed to buy any air mattresses or extra pillows, earplugs, they did sell. That kind of thing.
Anything you can possibly think of for
that you forgot at home.
That you forgot is going to be there. And if you want to re-up on some EDC or some festival gear, they'll have that too. They'll have glitter, like all that other little miscellaneous
glitter, face jewels,
stuff.
Cat ears, whatever you want.
And then the big vendors will be inside the festival for like flow toys and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah. But I think it's what's the word? I was gonna say because we didn't. I was trying to point out about the food again. We didn't eat inside the festival at all.
Yeah, we didn't
like
really.
the food at the I'm telling y'all, the food in the campgrounds is better than the festival food inside the festival.
Yeah, yeah.
Way better.
I'd have to wholeheartedly agree. Just because,
So,
I mean, we'd been to EDC Orlando before as well, and we saw some of the same vendors from EDC Orlando at EDC Vegas inside the festival grounds. But the campground food was out of this world.
I'm just letting y'all know. Just you will be very, very full and content and nurtured.
So we talked about, I think we talked about entry to the festival already.
Yeah, I mean, just, yeah.
Oh, so checkout was super easy. Checkout, I mean, this is the case with most camping festivals, I would say. Checkout is never as chaotic as check-in. Because check-in, everybody's trying to come in at the same time. Checkout, everybody's all spread out.
Scattered.
Insomniac gives campers till 7 p.m. to check out. And that's just a ridiculous amount of time.
It's a big window
you
for
know?
people to
I mean, of course, it gives you time to sleep in. Because it's literally the morning that the festival ends. So it gives you time to sleep in. And then just the checkout process itself is super easy. All you got to do is pack up all your stuff, remove your belongings from the tent, and then you just close it and leave it. They had zip ties that they wanted people to zip tie their tents, but I think they actually scrapped that idea like that morning. So you literally just close up your tent and leave.
Easy peasy. And then they have a lot for your Uber driver if you're getting picked up. So all the Ubers are directed to this Uber and Lyft lot, and you just meet them there. Yeah. And it's easy. And then you're gone. Since people are leaving so sporadically and far and in between, it's like the ride to the airport was nothing from the Speedway. There was no traffic. It's peaceful.
Yeah.
Easy.
What else? Like the Lost and Found.
I don't want to talk about Lost and Found because they messed up with that one.
Well, okay, so I don't know. I think they'll get it together later. So there's technically a camping Lost and Found, and then there's a Lost and Found for the festival grounds, which is located by the festival gates. The camping Lost and Found is supposed to be wherever the information desk is in Camp EDC. Now, she had lost her phone when we had re-entered the campground on the last morning, and whoever had found it, I guess a team member who had found it, gave me a call because I'm her emergency contact and said to pick it up at Lost and Found. So, and he said it was a camping Lost and Found. So we went to the camping Lost and Found. They said, "Oh, this isn't actually Lost and Found anymore. It's just help. It's just information desk."
We transferred all of our items.
We transferred all of our items to the festival Lost and
Found.
Found. So we went to the festival Lost and Found, and they said they didn't know what we were talking about. If anything was found in the campground, it's supposed to be at the camping Lost and Found. So we go back there, and then they tell us that, "Oh, we don't have anything over here." So by that point, we're like mega confused.
Just talk to them.
I call the phone again, and the person picks up. I verify, "Hey, I'm the husband. I'm just calling because I need to know where I'm supposed to pick up this phone." They're like, "Oh yeah, it's camping Lost and Found." I was like, "Okay, hold up."
We were just there twice. I don't understand, but it was a huge mix up with them because the person that found it didn't let the other people know clearly that we kept talking to when we got back there that it was in the back.
Yeah, I mean, granted, it was the last morning at Camp EDC, so there were team members all over the place doing all kinds of stuff. So good things, they were working. So we couldn't be mad at them or anything like that, of course. But if you, I guess, try not to lose anything.
Don't lose anything, especially on the last day. Just don't do it on the last day, because that's when things get crazy. At least this year. But needless to say, I mean, I found it. It's fine. It's all good. I still have my phone, but it'll be better next year.
Yeah,
it'll be better. So, I mean, overall, I definitely think camping was a 7 out of 10 at least. I'd give it a 7. Would you give it an 8?
I would give, I was going to say I'd give it an 8. For first time camping, I would give it an 8.5. A solid B+. And really, the only reason I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10 is knowing how long other people waited just to get in. And, you know, to hear about 6 to 8 hour wait times, that's not
and
very...
people running out of gas
so...
while waiting in line is...
So...
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, it's not fun stuff to hear about. Even if you didn't experience it yourself, you just feel really empathetic towards those people. So that's literally the only reason I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10. For my own for our own experience personally, I would give it a 10 out of 10, especially for the first time camping. But yeah, for overall and taking other people's experiences into account.
We know, and we didn't go into this experience thinking it was going to be a 10 out of 10 for everybody anyway. So, I mean, you can't knock it since it was the first year. It did really, really well for the first year.
Yeah, exactly.
It did amazingly well. And for a lot of people that never did a camping experience before, and this was their first camping experience, I could see if they were really, really frustrated and everything. But little do they know, this was really good. They did really good for the first ever camping. So I think it's totally worth it.
Oh, did you mention the roller disco?
Oh yeah, that
roller
was
disco. Roller disco.
They had a roller skating rink.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
Outside in the desert. It was a whole roller skating rink with a host, a DJ, 70s music. Like, it was popping.
It was roll bounce.
It was roll bounce.
Roll bounce and EDC.
Camp EDC.
Roll bounce
so
EDC.
That was cool. So yeah, you find a whole bunch of different stuff to do. You'll never be bored. Like, never. So that was cool. And I think it's definitely worth it when you think about how much time and money you spend trying to get back and forth to EDC when you don't stay there. Especially the hotel if you're staying on the strip or trying to stay close by, so you're not spending as much money on an Uber. At the end of the day, camping it's way more worth it. Way more worth it. And we got to go into the festival early. We got to get there when it opened and not wait in line long. We get to, if there's a big gap of time where there's not really anybody we want to see on stage or we're tired. Easy in and out. Go to the camp, go to your tent, take an hour nap, come back when the person comes on at 10. Like, it's really, really easy, and you don't feel like you're bound to being in the festival grounds in the speedway from 3:30 to 6 a.m. Yeah. So you can kind of still have the whole experience. Yeah. So I think that's it.
That's it. All right. Well, you lovely people.
How do we close?
You lovely people have a great time.
Yeah. I mean.
No, we hope you guys enjoyed watching our vlog, our video, our experience.
It was informative. I hope you make the right decision. If you're going to EDC next year, I'd say do camping. Yeah. And the festival, of course. I mean. We didn't really talk about the festival much, but the festival obviously is EDC. It was the shit. Like,
it's EDC.
You don't have to really talk about
You don't really have to talk about it at all.
Yeah, everybody was good.
Oh, all we'll say is Green Velvet.
Okay, so next year,
packed out. What the heck
so they
happened, man?
All the stages. Okay, the stages were lit this year, guys. All the stages, especially Circuit Grounds. Circuit Grounds was amazing because most of them got new designs this year, so they were awesome. But yes, Neon Garden needs to be bigger because there was no Green Velvet was packed like out the door.
Well, it was La La Land was really the only time that Neon Garden was completely packed. Like literally, there were people dancing. Was a huge crowd of people dancing outside the entrance to Neon Garden because the entrance is. I'm sorry, because they could not get in.
Literally it was like club style.
It was club style. It was packed all the way to the back.
They were letting people in as people were coming out. That's how crowded it was.
And this was
Green Velvet.
This was night 2, so Saturday night.
Yes.
And it was the one night out of all 3 where Neon Garden was completely packed. So
it was so
but still, I mean, a lot of people were outside. They're just like
jamming.
Oh my god, I'm such a hardcore techno and house fan. How come I can't get in right now?
It was crazy. I mean, yes. Any other time anybody else was playing, Neon Garden was cool. It was really really neat. Stage.
It was sexy.
Yeah, but the Green Velvet packed that thing out. So hopefully, maybe it'll be a little bigger next year. I don't know who they're gonna bring, but.
You know, I think it definitely should be.
It should still be bigger. It should still be bigger, yeah. But other than that, all the stages were great. Great experiences. Circuit Grounds was it. That's where you wanted to be. But just saying. But yeah, I think that's everything. I can't think of anything else.
All right. Well, we hope to see you guys.
Look for us next year.
Yeah. All right.
We'll be there.